Hi and welcome back to my channel, Nerd It This Way. My name's Mahalia and this video is gonna be 25 things about me. So like a get to know me video. It might be less than 25 things, it might be more than 25 things. I'm not really gonna be keeping track of all the things, but I will try. So the first thing is I am an Army vet. I am in the master's program pursuing a master's in fiction writing. I have been out of the country about 3 to 4 times, give or take, due to like army or like personal life. I have always had a book in my hand. Yeah, I think even after like my prom, I went to get some like In and Out from, you know, the burger chain In and Out, and I went home and read a book. It was a great evening, honestly. Like, you know, to each his own. Let's see. I love graphic shirts. That's like my go-to. I'm not really like super girly. Like 9 times out of 10 I have my hair in a bun, sweats on, socks, and a graphic t-shirt on, but I do, you know, tend to get dressed up when, you know, the time calls for it and things like that. I have multiple siblings. I'm not the oldest. I'm a middle child tribe. I'm very close to my family and my in-laws. I have 2 dogs. I collect bookmarkers, even though I try to use them all. Some of them are just so nice that I don't want to use, and I just kind of want to put in like a frame and just kind of have them up on my wall somewhere, which kind of defeats the purpose of a bookmark. But yeah, I do not dog ear my books. I do not write in my books. I do the tab thing, but that's really recent. That's really recent. And if I like a book, I will buy it and I will reread it over, you know, a span of years. But I have been buying books just like judging by cover or, you know, suggestions and recommendations, and I've regretted it a lot. I am not a gym rat, but I like to stay physically fit. I love to travel. I love to read. I like shopping, but I'm not a fan of the mall. I like online shopping mostly, because then you don't have to worry about like the people and your size and going into like the fitting room and all that stuff. I don't want to deal with that. I try not to deal with that if I can. Let's see. I read manga, manhwa, webtoons, graphic novels, fantasy, sci-fi, some historical fiction, some magical realism, and really anything that's good. Like I'm trying to get into like thriller and mystery. Horror is really hard unless it's like mystery based, and I can kind of like force myself to get through it. But like it's really hard, very hard. Let's see. I am from California, but I, you know, left California for college and like never went back. But yeah, I am adventurous by nature. Like I tend to kind of do spontaneous things and just kind of like go. I have a thing with letting people borrow my books. I kind of do like the library thing where I write their names down and make them sign like a mini contract swearing that they'll get my books back the same way they got them, because I have let someone borrow a book and they wrote in it and it felt like a slap in the face. I was like, why would you write in my book? This is mine. Like, it'd be okay if it was your book, but this is my book. What are you doing? So that kind of, you know, made me hesitant to let people borrow my things. Yeah, I don't have to really worry about that with like my siblings, because not all of them are like fans of reading. Like, I hope to get one of my siblings on the channel because they are hilarious. Like, I love them so much. Like, they're hilarious. I would love to like do unboxing videos for like anime and manga and like graphic t-shirts if I can, like, you know, project future things for the channel. That would be awesome because I love all three of those things like so much. When I left high school, I told myself I was gonna be a plastic surgeon. Up until my senior year of undergrad, I was like, had my med school ready to go to. I was gonna take the MCAT. I was studying. Things were looking pretty well for me. Like, I'm not an A student, but I'm one of those like Hunger Games student. Like, I'm gonna get this done. This shit's about to get done. I don't know how it's gonna get done, but I'm gonna ask for help. I'm gonna, you know, struggle in the trenches and we're gonna get the shit done. So my last semester, I was debating my fate on my physics final, and I was so stressed out that I was like, let me read a book, let me read a book, let me read a book to just kind of calm my nerves. And I wound up reading The Hobbit, and I don't know why that book kind of was like, oh, let me go and, you know, join the military because school's getting really expensive. I can't afford to live the way my life is set up. Like, things aren't going how they tell you in high school it's gonna go. Like, in high school, they need to be really real and say, hey, you're gonna have student loans, you're gonna be broke as fuck, you're gonna, you know, party hard, you might, you know, make these really good friends, you might, you know, break up with those friends, you might make new friends, you might, you know, need to learn how to balance a checkbook, you might, you know, need to learn how to do savings and balancing your checkbook and budgeting. None of those things, well, some of those things were taught, and then some of those things weren't taught. So it was kind of like an adventure in itself. So yeah, that's how books inspire my life. Like, I'll read something and then just be so inspired and be like, yes, I'm gonna go do this now. Like, this YouTube channel, I was like, I could do this. I think I can do this. I've been saying for like years I'm gonna do this. And so I'm like, let me do this. Let me do this. For like manga, if you read manga and you're like curious to know like what my favorites are, it's really, really hard. Very, very hard, because I can read, like right now I'm reading about 7 at a time alongside the book of the month, because that's just like when I wake up in the morning, I look at the time and it'll be like crack of dawn fucking early, so I'll read, you know, look at the little manga on my phone and or Webtoon. I go Webtoon a lot and like read, and I'll be like, okay, I can start the day. Let's do this. And then roll out of bed and, you know, get things going. So yeah, I start the day reading and I end the day reading, so it's kind of like my meditation moment. I'm not sure what number I'm on. I think I've hit 24, but I don't think so at the same time, because I'm doing mini stories at the same time. How do I feel about YA books? It's a hit or miss. Nothing against them. Nothing for them. You know, like sometimes I like books that have nothing to do with high school, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this seems nice. But for the most part, I kind of am like, sick of the high school thing. Because if you read manga, you know, like most of the shit has to do with high school stuff. Like, so that's there. And then YA, it's like, oh, the girl, the new girl. So I try to like mix it up a bit and like have one book that I'm reading have a character pay bills, you know, or something adult, just to kind of keep the balance flowing. And not really a sports fan, but I did get into watching rugby. I don't have a team, but it's just, you can watch football, you can watch rugby. That's how I feel. It's the same thing. Soccer's confusing still for me. I don't know why. But like magnets, I'm one of those people who have like an absurd amount of coffee mugs. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to stop buying them, but when I find one that's like cracked or chipped or old or something, I just kind of be like, oh, another excuse to get another one. I'm not sure what else to say. I think that's it. Not sure if that was 25 things or not. Oh, I love musicals. I love musicals. I love action-packed movies. I do not like horror movies that do not have a storyline. Like, if you've seen the movie Skeleton Key or Uninvited or Dead Silence, I can do those movies. I will be terrified for like an absurd amount of time, but I can deal with it. Like, I refuse to watch the new Stephen King you know, obviously, because I don't like clowns. But, you know, the other things I can do. But, like, Chainsaw Massacre and, you know, that random, like, The Purge and no. Like, there's no, like, I don't know. There's no, like, reason. I like movies that have, like, the fantasy, the sci-fi, the mystery, like Mission Impossible stuff, and, you know, I like chick flicks too. They're hilarious. Like, I can't think of a chick flick movie right off the top of my head. 27 Dresses. Oh no, I didn't like that. Never mind. I don't even know. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad. I watch a lot of anime. Stranger Things. So Stranger Things, Shameless. Sneaky Pete, The Good Doctor. I watched Howls, Friends, you know, all the good shows that you should watch and rewatch when you get a chance to. Okay, so I'm done rambling, and this was a quick about me. If you feel like I did not hit 25 things, or I hit more than 25, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, wait, lies. So my tattoo, I got in Japan. I know, like, I'm not gonna show complete all of it because, you know, I wasn't, you know, physically prepared to show all of it. But, yeah, it is, like, books and a snow leopard and cherry blossoms, and another video I will, like, go deeper into it when I have, like, a tank top on or something. If you're new to the channel, hey nerds, what's up? If you're new to BookTube, hey, welcome. And if you like my content and my personality, I will be here weekly. So subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video, because subscribers do that. That's a thing that they do. Like, comment down below. I do respond to all comments, whether they be good, bad, or indifferent. You know, I'm not really into, like, the whole, how do I say this without, you know, sounding, like, I care about, you know, people's opinions, but when they're, like, negative as shit, or they're just, like, bad shit off the wall, I kind of just be like, okay. Like, yeah, some people are like, oh, it does not hurt your feelings, and blah, 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 like, can't let everything hurt my feelings. Like, some things hurt, but, you know, some things don't, or some things are really funny. Some insults are really funny that, you know, you're like, oh, wow, that's very creative. Go you. I have to, you know, keep that in the back of my mind, because I want to say that one day. You know, things like that. So, yeah, if you like the channel, I will see you again in the next video. See ya.